Welcome to Tackle the Board. I'm Rus Reese, the Vegas line reader, joined by my co-host, Chris Euksuzian. You can find him at Chris Ebom. Getting ready for the big Super Bowl. We actually got our only bye week last week. We didn't have any picks. It was just the Pro Bowl, so we're ready to go. Did some studying. We might be opposite on some games, but how you been feeling, Chris?
I've been feeling good overall. A great NFL season. Can't really complain. We did real well for the people, winning games in the NFL. We've been pretty consistent, and let's just finish off the bang. This is the grand finale. Everyone loves betting this game. Talk about what sides we like, of course, and have maybe a prop in there for you guys.
Exactly. Yep. We're gonna throw a prop out there too, and I'll let Chris jump into the big game first. Looks like we're probably on opposite spectrum, so you'll get the perspective of Chris's perspective and you'll get my perspective. So I'm going to let Chris go first. We got the Bucks and the Chiefs, and the spread's at -3, and the over-under is at 56.5.
Yeah, so the game, KC -3. I actually just saw on DraftKings it's at 56 right now. It actually dropped a little bit more. I'm leaning KC in the over here, bottom line. Mahomes looked pretty good last game with his foot. That was my biggest concern with him, not the concussion, but his foot. And he seemed like he had no issues at all. So it's kind of hard to not back Mahomes in this spot. They played last time 27-24. KC won. The over-under was at 51. This game started at 57. So I think that tells me a lot about this game. I think it's going to go over. And I think the fact that I think actually under might be getting bet down a little bit now with the rain coming in for the game for the most part. But KC here, I just feel like they're the better team offensively. Too many weapons, and this is the team here to win.
Okay, nice. Yeah. So I'm opposite you, but this is definitely a tough game, guys. I like the Bucks here. I'm strong on the Bucks here, but the under, I would just lean the under in the game. When I look at the Super Bowl, I mainly just look at defenses and not the quarterbacks. So these teams entering the Super Bowl with over 55 plus sacks, I saw a stat. The last 15 years, they're 6-1 straight up. The only loss was actually last year when the 49ers actually lost to the Chiefs. But I still thought the 49ers played great in that game. That was just a game where they choked away the game at the end. So I can see the defense controlling the game for the Bucks with the Chiefs. The Bucks are more balanced, I think, with a top 10 offense and a top 10 defense. And also noticed last year the pass rush for the Chiefs was pretty good. I saw that they've actually dropped off this year. The pass rush isn't as well as they were as last season. And also just looking back, I saw it's very tough to just win back-to-back Super Bowls. I mean, I remember the last one was probably Brady did it when he did beat the Eagles, and I believe he won by 3 points in that game. So even if I don't Bucks cover and win the game with the money line, I think that this game stays close, and if they do lose, it would be by 3 points. So I'm going to take the points here with the Bucks, as I think it's going to be decided by a field goal. So given our takes on the game, we're going to jump into prop, and Chris will give you his first prop bet for the Super Bowl.
So I'm liking the over in this game for the most part. It's kind of hard for me not to take the over in this. I'm going to be sweating if I'm taking that under, honestly, I feel like. I like Travis Kelce scoring both halves, plus 350. This year, Tampa Bay has given up 14 red zone TDs to tight ends this year. And last time they played, Tyreek Hill went off for like 200 some yards, tons of touchdowns. I think it's going to be more focused on Tyreek Hill, and I think it's going to leave a lot of opportunities for Kelce. I think Kelce can score in the first and second half. You're actually getting more value with scoring in each half rather than scoring 2 touchdowns. I believe he's plus 250, I believe, to score 2 touchdowns. So you're actually getting more value. So if he does score a touchdown early, they'll probably defend him a little bit more so he doesn't score again in the first half. So I like Kelce scoring both halves, plus 350.
Nice. And actually, with my pick, it's actually going to touch on them focusing on Tyreek Hill in this game. I actually like McCole Hardman over 28 receiving yards in this game. It's going to be one of those games where Fisher's out the offensive lineman, so they're not really going to get beat on the deep pass, and the Bucks got burned on deep passes to start the game when they did face off. So I think the Bucks are going to want to keep everything in front of them. So I can see Hardman catching a lot of short passes. 4 games this year, Hardman had 16 yards or less, 3 out of the 4 games. He came back with 30 yards or more. So 3 out of 4, 75% of the time, he comes back over 28 yards. So definitely like the situation here with Hardman, and he's explosive player. So if they're going to get any explosive plays, it's going to be hitting him on a couple short passes. So give me McCall Hardman over 28 receiving yards. I like that.
Yeah, I think it's a good point that you brought up with the lineman Fisher's going to be out for the most part, and also another lineman as well. They're going to need to do quick screenplays, and he fits that bill immediately. And I think that feeds right into Kelsey too, with a lot of quick ins and everything, curl routes and everything. I think he's just going to eat all day, Kelsey, this game. It just seems like a big Kelsey game. I think it's a tight end game, honestly. I wouldn't even be shocked if Gronk actually has a surprisingly good game. So, I mean, either way, I know they have Brait as well, but I feel like Gronk could have a big game here. His old buddy, Tom Brady's old buddy over here. You might be able to find him for the Super Bowl. Throw him a bone, if you will.
Yep. I almost took the Mahomes over rushing yards, but I'm just too worried that he might take some big sacks in that game that will kill his rushing yards. So
good
that's
point.
why that's why I almost took it, but it scared me off. But I think he's going to be running a lot, getting chased.
I think so. I think he's going to run a lot too.
Yeah.
But
so
the sacks could be big. You're right.
Yeah. So him rushing, and it was tough with the Chiefs running backs. You don't know who's going to be playing, who's going to be getting the carries. Even for both teams, you don't know who's going to get the carries in each game. So I would not even touch if you guys are picking rushing props, I wouldn't even touch those props. They're too tough to call. Who's going to come in the game, Darrell Williams or Hilaire? You just don't know who's going to get more touches in that game. You want to touch on anything else for the game?
No, I think for the most part it's going to be a great game to watch regardless. It's not going to be a snooze fest, that's for sure. Yeah. I think points are going to be put up regardless in this game, whether it goes over or under. I think it's still going to be close to the number. I still think it's going to go over because I just think Mahomes' ability to get out of the pocket and throw. His foot looked just fine, so I'm not concerned about him anymore with that. That was my biggest concern during the playoffs. Now he looks fine, so it pays to be young. He can bounce back from anything.
Awesome. So that's going to close out our show, guys, and we appreciate you guys that stuck around and subscribed this year. We hope to see you again next year. We're going to keep this rolling. Picking week to week our favorite picks or whatever to help you guys make some money. We actually had a great season. Me and Chris both had a winning season, so we look to build on that for next year and continue to get some more subscribers following us. So make sure you guys follow us on Twitter at Tackle the Board, and make sure you guys like and subscribe. If you're new to this video, hit the like button, subscribe below. You can follow my personal pick page is at Vegas Line Reader. And you could also follow Chris Gives Out Picks too. You can follow him at Chris Ebom. And Chris just started giving out golf picks as golf has just started as well. So I'll throw it over to him and he'll give you his name for his actual golf page.
Yeah, so if you don't know, it's Off the Tee Matchups. You can find it on Twitter at OTT Matchups. And I'm also going to be debuting my YouTube page as well, Off the Tee, which I'm going to be jumping in with DFS and betting as well on different episodes. A lot of good information on both ends of however you want to gamble with the sport of golf. I feel like I'm one of the best at it. So having 2 episodes a week with DFS and betting, why not? For the people, we've been hot last week. I had plus 4,300 winning there, which was pretty sick. I had the winner, Patrick Reed, and first round leader. We crushed it last week. So we're going to keep our momentum going on for the waste management. So a lot of good things coming up. And also college basketball just started for me as well. I just ripped off 3 in a row, my last 3. So we're going to keep momentum going that way as well.
Nice. Awesome. Yep. And again, guys, we do all sports. So this is going to close out the NFL season, but continue to follow us, and we'll keep giving you picks in all the other sports, basketball, with baseball, and then with golf. We got all these sports coming, guys, so make sure you follow. And again, thanks for following us on the show, and that's going to close it out.
All right.